moving on, we're going to use Desmos here a little bit to investigate some graphs. So what I'd like you to do is pause the video and put each of these functions into Desmos, 10 over x plus 3, 8 over 4x plus 3, and then 32 over 3x minus 5. Go ahead, type those into Desmos so that you can look at the graphs along with me. And we are specifically looking for where is the horizontal asymptote. So I will pause the video, give you a couple minutes. Make sure you pause the video, put these functions into Desmos, and then we'll come back and talk about the horizontal asymptotes. Okay, here what I've done is I've put the three functions into Desmos. I typed all three of them in, and then remember, you can turn the graph on and off just by clicking the little color ball next to it, and it turns the graphs on and off. So let's look at our first graph here. Y equals 10 over the quantity x plus 3. So we see a hyperbola here. No surprise that we have a vertical asymptote here, vertical asymptote at x equals negative 3. But we're interested in the horizontal asymptote. So if I zoom out, zoom out, we can see that my horizontal asymptote appears to be y equals 0. Okay, so for that first function, it looks like the horizontal asymptote is y equals 0. Let's take a look at our next function. Our next function here is y equals 8 over the quantity 4x plus 3. And the same thing, if I look at this, I see the vertical asymptote here should be at like 4x plus 3 would give us like negative 3/4, an x value for this vertical asymptote. My horizontal asymptote, again, appears to be y equals 0. Okay, and then for my final function, y equals 32 over the quantity 3x minus 5, it looks like my vertical asymptote is at about 1 2/3, 5 over 3, which is not surprising. If I set 3x minus 5 equal to 0 and solve, I'll get my vertical asymptote. And my non-vertical asymptote, in this case it's horizontal, my horizontal asymptote again appears to be y equals 0. So if we zoom out, I can see that my horizontal asymptote appears to be y equals 0. Now, all three of these instances, we have non-vertical asymptotes that happen to be a horizontal asymptote, and those asymptotes appear at y equals 0. So we can go back here and we can answer these questions now. Let's synthesize a little bit. What's the degree of the numerator for each of these? Well, the degree of the numerator in each instance is 0. Okay, so I have degree 0 for each one of these functions. So the degree of the numerator is 0 for each of these functions. We're asked, what is the degree of the denominator for each of these functions? So let's take a look at our functions. The degree in my denominator here is a 1, and here is a 1, and my degree here is also a 1. So the degree for each of these denominators is 1. So the degree of the denominator is a 1. Where's the horizontal asymptote? So we talked about the fact that my horizontal asymptotes are all at y equals 0 for all three of these functions. Now, do we think there's a pattern? So I have the degree of the numerator being 0 in all of them, the degree of the denominator being 1 in all of them, and they all have the same horizontal asymptote. So is there a pattern? I would say probably. There's probably a pattern here. What we want to do is we want to now create two rational functions that follow this pattern, and we want to make sure that they have a non-vertical asymptote, a horizontal asymptote at y equals 0. So if we're going to follow this pattern, the degree of my numerator should be 0, and the degree of my denominator should be a 1. So if I come down here and I'm going to follow this pattern, one function could be, I don't know, pick a 0 degree, we'll put a 7, divided by a first degree polynomial. How about 3x plus 2? The degree of my numerator is 0, degree of my denominator is 1. This should have a non-vertical asymptote at y equals 0. My second function, y equals negative 3 over, I don't know, x minus 4. We have the degree in the numerator is 0, the degree in the denominator is 1. These two functions should have non-vertical asymptotes at y equals 0. Okay, so it appears that there is a pattern. The rest of the lesson should point out that pattern to us.